Three, two, one, say, uh, so much for being optimistic. They say love is in the air, so I hold my breath till my face turn crippled. See me back in my circle, mine hang like there's no curfew. If you wave, then I will surf you. Hey, yo, welcome back to another episode of the Arts Block Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Curry III. We have a good one for you, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I say that every week. I'm about to stop saying that because I feel like that's no longer something I have to say. That's kind of an expectation at this point when it comes to the pod. Like you come to this pod always expecting a good one every single week. And I am the guy you trust to deliver a good pod to you every single week. And guess what? When have I not delivered? All right, I'm gonna let y'all think on that. Listen, man, if this is your first time tuning into the Art Spot Podcast, I'm your host, Eric Curry III. Man, you can follow me on Instagram at Eric Curry III, or you can follow the podcast at Arts Block Podcast. If you are listening on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can be notified every time we post a podcast. If you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, make sure you give me a 5-star and a review. You can just say that this is the greatest podcast you have ever heard in your life, and that will suffice. All right, what are we talking about today, man? So first thing on the docket, we are talking about how I'm easy, bro. I am so easy, and I'm going to explain that a little later. Then lastly, we're going to be talking about once how I will act when I become famous. I saw a TikTok saying that the money will never change them, and I feel like I have to reiterate how I will become. And then the main topic of today, the main thing that we will be talking about is fear. And I had a fearful week, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that being said, let's just dive straight into it. Is there any more housekeeping things that I need to do? Oh, if you are in the DMV area, from July 2nd to the 7th, I believe, on the National Mall, there's something called the Folklife Festival happening. And if you're not doing anything from between, I think, 11, like 10, 11 to about 5 p.m., go out to the National Mall, man. Say what's up to me. I got the gang with me. We gonna be outside. I'm gonna be hosting a couple things, doing a couple interviews, doing a couple, I'm gonna be moving around, shaking. If you see me outside, man, say what up. I'm gonna be out there for 5 days. 5 days. If I'm out there for 5 days and not one person pull up on me during the 5 days, I'm a feel like y'all don't love me, and I know that's not the truth. So if you in the city and you want to pull up to the National Mall for a good event, for good vibes, for good concert, for good, just the good vibes, pull up to me at the Folklife Festival on the National Mall. All right, now that we got that out the way, first thing on the docket, I am so easy, bro. I'm so easy. Now, I feel like that's very fitting because that is my name. I feel like that's very fitting because that is my name. That wasn't a name that I asked for. That wasn't that what I didn't ask to be called easy. That was the name given to me by birth from my father, who had that name not given to him by birth, but he just passed the name down. So and that name has transformed into just my life, right? Now, Eric, what do you mean that you're easy? Because when you say that you're easy, that usually means that you're easy when it comes to women. And no, 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 no. I'm hard. That's what. Pause. That's crazy. Pause. I'm hard is crazy. I'm hard is crazy. Pause. Pause. I'm hard is crazy. I should have thought about that one before. Pause. That was crazy. Anyway, not in that sense. I'm easy in the sense of when it comes to me creating and making things, bro. I am super easy. Like, it doesn't take a lot for me to want to create. For example, last pod I came on here saying that I want to be a bartender. That's still something that I do want to do. I'm still like looking up stuff to be a bartender, X, Y, and Z, right? But the reason I wanted to be a bartender is because I turned on a show randomly. It's like Bartending Showdown. It's like on Netflix or whatever the case may be. It's a bartending competition, but they're not making like regular drinks that you get at your bar. They're making like these super exotic drinks with like the smoke coming out of them. And one dude used dry ice so they couldn't drink out of it because they were scared they was going to die. It's like that type of drinks, right? And I was watching that and I was like, yo, these people are so passionate and they care so much about this art form, right? They care so much about the art of drink making, right? Because that is an art. There's an art to making drinks. There's an art to being a good bartender. There's an art to being a good host. Like, so they care so much about their art that they're on this show and they're doing crazy things with drinks that I've like never seen before, right? And granted, I'm only 19. The amount of things that I've seen happen with the drinks is very, very few. However, like still, like it's like I even like the world class most bar going person, I promise you they haven't seen half of the stuff that's going on in this show, right? But that's like care and craft and expertise, and like all while I was watching I was just sitting there like I have to learn how to do that. I just felt super inspired, right? Same thing like a couple pods ago, I was talking about the Piece by Piece Pharrell movie, right? And I left that movie, and me and my homegirl was just talking about that earlier today. Like how I left like watching that movie a couple like a week or two ago, just feeling inspired, feeling crazy inspired. Like, dang, I gotta go out and create. I gotta make X, Y, and Z. I like this is like where my creative process is. This is where my X, Y, and Z is, right? Because the more I consume, the more I understand about myself. You feel me? And I feel like that's an art thing, right? The more I listen to music, the more I understand why I like certain music, right? Why like certain music just stimulates my mind like more than others, right? The more I watch movies and films, the more I realize, oh, these type of movies stimulate my mind like more than these type of movies and films, right? Like you start understanding yourself as a creative and as an artist. So like the gateway that you open for yourself is a gateway that is super easy for inspiration to come into, right? So like if you are currently putting yourself in a position to where you know yourself so well that you can accidentally run up on something that can like cause creativity, I just want to say that you're in the right place. Don't feel like you're weird. Don't feel like, oh my God, what am I doing? I just feel like I'm so like lost and I'm so off and X, Y, and Z. No, 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 no. You're doing the right thing because you are triggering creativity. You are triggering like inspiration, like one unapologetically and like unwarranted and like not even thinking about it. Like you're not even thinking about like wanting to be creative and it's happening. That means you're in the right space creatively. That means you're surrounding yourself around things like you don't have to try and it's easy for you, right? So that's what I mean when I'm like when I'm saying like I'm easy. I'm super easy. And one of the reasons why I'm even more easy is because one of my favorite pastimes is watching people be passionate about things. Like one of my favorite pastimes is watching people be nerds about the things that they love, right? For example, my best friend Mickey, I talk about him on the podcast all the time. Shout out my boy Mick. He loves literature in like movies and films, but he loves poetry, he loves literature, he loves all of that stuff, right? He is a nerd when it comes to that. But hearing his perspective and point of view on how words are used and how words are curated when it comes to telling the story and bringing the story together, his perspective is so interesting. And I love the way he talks about, like, man, I love how this writer put this phrase inspired this thing, and this thing inspired this film, and this film inspired this revolution, and this revolution inspired like so like him like picking out one sentence or one word from a singular phrase brings him into um this whole spill about anything. I don't know what that is. What the hell? What the hell? Um, but it brings them to a whole spiel about literally anything in the world, and it's one of the most inspiring conversations that I have with friends and family. Right. Another thing that inspired, like, to add on to that story is when I talk to like some of my music friends, right? And like a lot of my music friends are some of the smartest people. It didn't leave. It didn't leave. I don't even know what that was. That's nasty. Yeah, like some of my music friends are some of like the most like people that inspire me the most, right? And before, hold on, pause story. Before y'all go on me about having like low cut socks, first like ankle socks on, first and foremost, I'm in my house and I don't usually leave the house on pod days. I don't usually leave the house, so I'm usually in here chilling, working on the pod until until it's time to record. So yeah, that's why I just throw clothes on and whatever I find in my thing, and it's like, oh, this will look good. I just throw it on, man. That's how this works. I don't need your judgment at all. I don't need it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. So yeah, when I talked to like some of my music friends, and they're like, "Man, if you hear the chord from this song, it reminds me of another chord from this song, which was made during this time period. And the reason the song was made because of X, Y, and Z." And like, I love hearing people be nerds and be passionate about stuff. I don't think there's enough people that are truly passionate about things, and that's why I posted something on my Instagram story yesterday. Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram at Eric Curry III. And what I posted on my Instagram story was, hey, what is inspiring you, or what has inspired you this week? And the reason I posted that, or like what has been inspiring you lately, or something like that, right? Like, and the reason I posted that, right, is because I wanted people to realize that, hey, man, inspiration and like passion can come from anything, right? And like, I've seen people say, man, I've been real passionate about my time with God. Cool. I've been real passionate about like film and TV. Cool. I've been real passionate about music. Cool. I mean, somebody posted, one of my old teachers posted, yeah, I've been real passionate about like the nutrition facts on like the nutrition labels on like the back of like things and stuff, right? Like on the backs of like food products. And that's fire to me, because that's better than being passionate about nothing. I feel like we lack passion. I feel like we do things and there's no passion behind the things we do. We just do them, right? It kind of like life, like this Love Island season, y'all. I've been on the Love Island kick. Don't even get me started. But this Love Island season kind of reminds me of this Love Island season kind of reminds me of like the world we're living in, where it's just like a whole bunch of want but a lack of passion, right? Like, I want love. I want to get to the $100,000. I want clout. I want fame. I want X, Y, and Z. But you're not passionate about nothing to get to that, right? Like, there's no, like, to me, there's a lack of passion on that show. So that's why everything that everybody does on that show to me is fake and phony, because it's a lack of passion. But when you have passion, you have something special. You have something that nobody else can take from you. Nobody there that nobody can take away your drive. Nobody can take away your passion. Those are two things that only you can stop. Only you can stop your drive. Only you can stop your passion. Nobody can stop your drive. There can only be speed bumps in the road, but only you can stop for the speed bumps. Shoot, I'll go full. I'll put my foot on the gas over speed bump. You dig? So only you can do that. Only you can stop your passion, because that's something that's brewing inside of you, and only you can make that die down. Only you can stop that dream. Only you can have your dream deferred. Remember what we talked about last pod? I think that was last pod or pod before last or whatever that was. So think about that. I'm always thinking about that, right? I'm always thinking about how my favorite pastime is just hearing people talk and speak on things that inspire them. And then that leads me to like this rabbit hole of like, I'm not cool. Like I'm not cool at all. Let me get that out. Let's get that out the way right now. I'm like the least cool person that you probably would ever meet. I'm super awkward. I really don't like talking to people. I like staying to myself. I like staying quiet. But like, you know what I love to do? I love creating. And there's not much I love more than creating. It's God. That's why I got my Bible right here, my handy dandy. You feel me? It's God, Jesus, and creating. That's it. That's my top three. No person, no man, no woman, no child, no like romantic thing, no whatever, right? No object. Nothing can get in the way of my love for like of creating except for the Lord, right? And that's what it is for me. It's the Lord and then creating. And I think that realization isn't going to sit right with a lot of people, because that order isn't going to change ever. There's nothing ever there. my mom, I was talking to my mom, right? And I was like, she was like, "Oh yeah, when you get married." And I was like, "I don't know if I'm gonna get married." And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, I just don't know about it, right?" But like the real reason to that is because I don't think I will ever love anybody more than I love creating things. Like I will never love another human more than I love creating things. Like creating, like my whole essence in being is not from how well I create, but it's just about me creating, period. I don't care if I create something and it's complete garbage. I just care that I made something, bro. That's it. I just love making things. Like I love having an idea and that idea flourishing into something that's like tangible. That like people can watch or view or touch or like see or smell or taste or whatever, right? Like that's what I love. I love like thinking of an experience that I want people to have, then watching people have that experience. Like I love that. There's nothing in this world that's going to like overcome that for me. And I think my life will look a little crazy because of it, right? I see a like lack of real romance, lack of like probably no kids, no, not much anything. Probably like the few friends that I have now, right? Well, I can't say few friends because I have a large. I'm thinking like few friends as the friends I have here in the city, but I have a large group of friends back in New York. Um, but yeah, like I can't necessarily like I can't necessarily sit up here in y'all face and say that there's going to be like Eric Arts Block Podcast wedding, right? Or like Arts Block Podcast couple edition, right? Arts Block Podcast like Arts Block Podcast with the kids and kid podcast. Like I can't promise y'all that because I can't see that future for myself because I'm so devoted to this. This is my life. This is my air. This is my food. This is my water. This is creating is my life. My whole being is creating something for other people to enjoy. I don't even know what it's like to create something for myself. I don't even know what it feels like to create something and hold on to it and keep it and just be like, you know what, this is for me. I don't I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's like to create something, complete it, and just keep it. If I create something and I complete it, I have to give it out to the world. It's just who I am. I am a fiend to give out like just tools and resources and creativity to you guys because that's what I grew up around and that's what got me to the point that I am here today. So that whole long spill of me saying that I'm easy, right? It leads me to this next point, next thing on the docket, fear, and like I'm scared though. Like I am scared, and I didn't realize how scared I was until I posted a TikTok recently, right? Probably a day or two ago, and I had TikToks do like so all right, let me get through the story first. So I posted a TikTok a couple days ago, and the TikTok was basically about like how there's no more go-go's in DC, right? And how like that saddens me because I always wanted to take a picture in the go-go with the homies standing in front of like one of the walls, right? Now, if you're from the city, you know what I'm talking about when I say I want to take a picture with the homies at the go-go. And there's one pose I want to do. I want to be on the floor and I want to be like this. I want to be like this. I want to do like the jail pose, but I'm in the go go. I feel like that picture would be so sweet, but I would never be able to do it because there's no more go go's in the city. Anyway, anyway, so yeah, I posted that, and I didn't think that video was going to do nothing because like I posted it on the page with at the time it only had like 100 and like 11 followers or something, and like and yeah, it was something wild, right? So I didn't think the post was going to do nothing. So I posted it, uploaded it, whoop, it went up, and I went to sleep. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. I checked my TikTok like I normally do. My notification said 99 plus, and all of a sudden I got hundreds of likes, like a whole bunch of comments, whole bunch of saves, whole bunch of shares, X, Y, and Z. And then as the time getting goes on, now I have like thousands of likes. Now I have hundreds of comments. Now I have like I think over 100 saves and favorites, and I have like almost 10,000 views on that one post. But mind you, that happened in one day. Like if you look at the post right now on TikTok, it says I posted that one day ago, maybe 2 days by the no, it's gonna be like 2 or 3 days by the time you guys watch this now. But at the time of this recording on Tuesday, I posted it. I think I posted it on Sunday night or something like that, right? So I say that to say I that fast growth and that fast movement, I was scared by that, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I was satisfied by some of it. Some of it was satisfying, like looking and like reading all of the comments, whether they agree with me or disagreed, like reading and like responding to a lot of the comments and X, Y, and Z. Like a lot of that felt super satisfying to me. However, on the flip side of that, I felt a lot of anxiety when it came to posting on TikTok, and even posting now, I feel a lot of anxiety because while 10,000 views isn't a lot, or like almost hitting 10,000 views isn't a lot to most people, that's a lot to me because I haven't gotten that yet. And I've been posting on TikTok for years, since like the freshman year of high school. I mean, freshman year of college, I've been posting on TikTok a whole bunch. And this is my first time getting like over, I would say like 3,000 views or 4,000 views on something, right? This is my first time doing that. So like that experience for me, or just this experience for me, still feels a little weird. And like navigating this experience and navigating these emotions and not having my head be too big and being like, okay, like this isn't a lot, but this is a lot for me. And like, okay, like how do I upkeep this? How do I make these people stay? How do I make these people fall in love with the content? What do I post? How do I post now? Now that I have like I gained like 50 new followers in one day. Like, how do I keep this momentum going? And my thought process started to become more, oh man, I have to sustain this instead of being just myself. You feel me? And then the fear started growing, and I'm like, dang, am I losing myself because of likes and comments, and because I like all of this like praise, and like I like all these people agreeing with me and like being like, oh man, like I agree with your point and we need more go-go's, and like even like feeling stimulated from the people being like, oh man, you tripping, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in DC, you just not getting outside and X, Y, and Z, da, 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 da. Like, am I getting a kick from all of that, and I just want to keep living on that high? And how do I humble myself to keep reminding myself that I am nothing? Like, how do I keep sitting on the fact that, listen, man, you are nothing. That's why God is before creating, because I am nothing without the Lord, right? I can't create, I can't make, I am nothing. But this one piece of a viral moment, it's not even a viral moment, but this one little slither of a viral moment makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. Makes me feel like everything that I've been doing, everything that I've been chasing is worth it. And I've been having a hard time celebrating that moment. I've been having a hard time being like, man, like this, man, my posts on TikTok, they're really good. This is my best post yet. It got over 1,000 likes. I got hundreds of comments, X, Y, and Z. Like, this makes me feel good. But at the same time, I'm kind of scared of that growth. Like, because what if I'm not ready for it? What if all of this growth and success happens, right? All of this stuff that I've been praying for, all of this stuff that I've been working for, it comes to me, and I get it, and I achieve it, and I grab that success or whatever. And then in a couple of years, I lose it and it slips through my fingers, and I'm just another guy who had 2 hot summers. But now I'm just like, oh yeah, you remember such and such? Oh yeah, I remember such and such. What happened to him, right? And like, and I'm just back at square one. I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. And I honestly don't know what to do. But I also know that there's nothing else I can be besides myself. I don't know how to be anything except myself, bro. Like, for example, shout out Wes. Wes is a guy who is about to start helping me with marketing on the pod. Well, he kind of not already, is like we're getting there. So he was telling me like, man, like he sends me all of these videos and stuff about like all these other creators that like are posting these like certain type of content that's working for them, right? And they're like, oh, look how like it's well lit, it's sit down content. They got the mic, they got the X, Y, and Z, and do that, this, that, and the third, and da da da, right, and a whole bunch of stuff, right? And I watch their content, and while the content might be good for them, I know that content isn't going to fit and work for me. And that's just me knowing myself, and that's just me knowing who I am, and that's just me being like, listen, man, I don't even like doing this type of content because it doesn't feel genuine and it doesn't feel real to me. Like I will always be 100% who I am, and that's somebody that's genuine. That's somebody that's real. That's somebody who's not going to lie to you. That's someone who's not going to front. That's someone who's like all of these things, right? I just can't be something I'm not, and I can't be somebody who just sits down and be like, all right, like, all right, so like this TikTok video that we're gonna post, right? Like, what's the strategy? What's gonna be the hashtags that we post? Nah, man, throw that video up and let the algorithm, man. Like, it is what it is, dog. Like, I can care less. That's just who I am, and I love that about myself, bro. I'm unapologetically like just genuine and honest. And when I felt myself kind of getting out of that mind frame of being genuine and trying to figure out how to keep up with that success, keep up with that consistency, keep up with those likes and keep up with those comments and all of that stuff, I quickly realized earlier today, like, oh snap, you're losing the plot of you just being yourself, you just being organic. You don't have to fit into this mold. People like this video because it was just you getting your thoughts off, not because of anything else, right? For example, like, you know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna give y'all an example, right? I equate it to I equate this same theme to like you can't eat the same fruit twice when it grows organically, right? Now that GMO fruit, that copy and paste fruit that they got, I don't know about all that. But you cannot eat the same fruit if it grows organically from the tree. Like get a bag, get some apples from the store. I bet you didn't eat the same exact apple twice. It's impossible. Like there's no way you can do this. Like, but it's organic. It's real. It's true to its nature. So an apple is always going to be an apple no matter what. One apple might taste different than the other apple, even if it's the same in that same apple family, right? Even if you got a Honey Crisp, one Honey Crisp might not taste the same as another Honey Crisp, but guess what? They gonna be true to who they are. They're organic. They're Honey Crisp apples. They grow on the same tree. One might be different than the other, but it is what it is. You feel me? And I had to keep that same mindset on like the content that I post, right? Like all of it's coming from the same tree. One video might not do as well as this video, but as long as it comes from the same tree and as long as I'm not trying to copy success, that's all that matters. I feel like when you get in the habit and you're trying to copy success and you like find something that works and you're trying to copy that and it happened organically, it's not going to work because you can't copy something that's organic because it came from the ground up. It was rooted, it was planted, it was watered, and it grew. You can't really like, you feel me? Like you can multiply that. Like you can do that process over and over again. Like you can plant, you can water, you can root, you can grow, and you can have fruit on the tree, right? But the fruit on one tree and the fruit on the other tree isn't going to be the same. You dig? Like, is this making sense to y'all? Like I don't even know if this is making sense to y'all. I wish like this could be like a call and response thing, so y'all could be like, yeah, this makes sense, Eric. But like again, like still on apples, right? I can put a seed down for a Honeycrisp apple tree over here, and I can put a seed down for a Honeycrisp apple tree over here. These apples are going to taste different from those apples, right? These apples are going to be different from those apples. Even though the planter was the same, even though the batch of seeds might have been the same, because it grew organically. The soil might be different. I might have watered this one too much. I might have watered this one a little less. The way the sun hit it is going to be a little different. You feel me? It's just different factors that like it's not going to be the same every time, dog. The weather's going to change. Like it's not going to be the same every time, and that's okay. But you can't let that fear of things not going to be the same or things not like duplicating the way that it should halt you from making things. Example, Cardi B just announced that she's releasing another album on my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Cardi's releasing her another album on September 19th, right? Cool. When I saw the album release like notification on Instagram, when I saw that she was doing it on Instagram, my first thought was, dang, I hope she's not trying to repeat Invasion of Privacy. I hope that she's not trying to repeat Success. I hope that she is doing something that's true and organic to her and who she is, and she isn't just trying to catch another lightning in a bottle moment, because guess what? You can only do it once. You can only do it once. Like, lightning in a bottle is such a rare occurrence. Like, you can only do it once. Don't try to do it again. Just let it happen. Just let it happen, and whatever happens, happens. Maybe you won't catch lightning in a bottle. Maybe you will a second time. But after that first time, don't keep trying to chase that same high, because what if you never get it again? Don't try to trace that same dopamine rush, because you will never get it again. It will never happen again. And that's okay. But like me being so new to like I guess even like a mere sighting of success in the content space, right? That kind of got to my head a little bit, and I started thinking, oh well, what if I gotta do this? Oh well, like I guess this is my time. I guess da, 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 da. I had one video do semi well. I need to chill. But some of y'all got businesses doing very well. And y'all still need to hear this. Some of y'all got clothing lines doing very well. Some of y'all got like food ventures doing very well. Some of y'all might have an album out, and the first album did very well, and you about to release the second album, and you're scared to release that second album because like you don't know what the other side is going to bring. And that's okay. Don't even look at the other side. Just enjoy the journey while you're on it, because guess what? The journey isn't going to the journey is going to only last but so long. So you might as well enjoy the journey while you have it, because you're not always going to have it. You feel me? You dig? Last thing on the docket before I get on out of here, man. Listen, once I become famous, then what, right? People are posting on TikTok, right? Keep seeing people post on TikTok. Oh, I'm a keep posting until I become famous. I'm gonna keep posting until I become X, Y, and Z. And I'm not talking about people who actually do things. I'm talking about random people on the internet, just posting on the internet with no skill, no trade, no activity, nothing that they want you to go see. They don't do anything except just be online, and they say I'm posting every day until I become famous. Now I'm not sitting up here trying to crush dreams and nothing. I'm not sitting up here trying to be like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But my only thing is, okay, you're posting every day until you become famous. You become famous, then what? What's the plan? What's the big idea once you become famous? Why are we making you famous, right? I feel like people don't think about that there's way more that comes with that, right? Like you want to be famous. When you want to be famous on TikTok, a platform that doesn't even pay, you're not navigating people to any other platform that can actually give you any type of revenue or revenue share. You just want to be famous because I'm guessing you want to get brand deals, which can pay. You want to go on these brand trips. That's cool. But you don't even do nothing to be even put into positions to even do these things. You feel me? Like you don't do anything to like, you're posting content every single day, but what's the content? Like, what are you posting? Like, what are you saying? Like, you're doing things every single day, but like, what are you doing? Like, are you just somebody that's following the trends, or are you posting something with actual substance, or are you like doing comedy? Are you making people laugh, or like, are you telling people the news? Like, what are you doing? Like, there's more. I just need more. If somebody came up to me and be like, Eric, I'm posting every single day until I get famous, I'm be like, oh, that's cool. What you posting? What you talking about? I'm just doing a little bit of everything, cuz, I'm just doing a little bit here, doing. Oh, do you have like a YouTube or something? Or do you have like a blog, or like you got a book? Or no, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just posting. I'm just posting on Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to look at you like you are an idiot, because you are. I'm going to look at you like you are an idiot, because you are. Like, that's so idiocy. That's so dumb to me. What legacy do you want to leave? I think is the big question that I'm going to leave you guys with, right? Like, What legacy do you want to leave? Do you want to leave a legacy of, hey, I was just doing this just to do it? Or do you want to leave a legacy of, like, hey, man, this is a person that inspired me. This is a person that changed my life. This is a person that set and broke boundaries and did all the things that was supposed to be done so I could, like, create willingly or whatever the case may be, right? What legacy do you want to leave? I know what legacy I want to leave. I want to be the best partner that ever walked this earth, man. And y'all going to be the reason I get there. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Arts Block Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Creator Third. Before we get out of here, I'm going to give y'all my Dead or Alive. Now, what is Dead or Alive? Dead or Alive is a segment on the pod with me or the artist gets to choose other artists that we would like to post, that we would like to work with, that is dead or alive. Look at me. Look at y'all having me saying post. Look at me having, look at y'all having me saying post. All up in here, man. We can choose one artist. We can choose 100 artists in my pot. I'm gonna do whatever I want. You know what? I'm gonna choose all the go-go bands in the city since the city kind of been on my head about that, man. I'm gonna choose back. I'm gonna choose CCB. I think CCB might be my favorite band. Not gonna lie. Junk. I'm gonna choose old Rare Essence. Not new old, not old Rare Essence, not Rare Essence we got today. I'm gonna choose back in the day Rare Essence, like when Rare Essence was really outside cranking. And yeah, man, thank you so much for tuning. Oh, and you know what? Shout out to my pops. I'm gonna choose old UCB, like 2005, 2006, 2007 UCB. Even though I was alive for that, I wasn't like outside for that, and I would love to be outside in that era. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Arts Block Podcast. I'm your host Eric Curry III. You can follow me on Instagram at Eric Curry III. You can follow the podcast at Arts Block Podcast. If you are listening to this on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can be notified every time you post a podcast. If you are listening to this on your favorite podcast platform, please give me a 5-star and a review. You can just say that this is the greatest podcast you have ever heard in your life, and that will suffice. Listen, man, I love you. God loves you. Do something that you love every single day. Do it meaning, do it with purpose, do it with passion, do it well, do it with love. Remember that artists never die. I'ma see y'all boys where I see y'all boys. Peace and love. I am out.